That's right, there's another launch. This time, ISRO is sending up the GSAT-30 through Arianespace. And that's brought up a whole heap of questions, like why is the GSAT-30 going up after the GSAT-31? And why is India, now that it has the GSLV Mark III, using Arianespace to launch its vehicles? And who is Arianespace anyway? Alright, so hopefully in this video I answer a few of those questions and you get to see the launch of the GSAT-30 going up with the Ariane 5 rocket. So it is a different time of day, and you'll see by my just most recent video why I've had this big hiatus in the middle of the day, but that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about the GSAT-30, and I didn't think I'd ever get into rockets and why rockets were important. I'd just kind of skip over that and go straight to the mission. But the different rockets can carry different weights. So this answered the question as to why the PSLV or the GSLV didn't carry the GSAT-30. However, the GSLV Mark III can carry it. So the different payload the PSLV can take is anything up to 1,425 kilos. And the GSLV Mark II could only take 2,500 kilos, but the GSLV Mark III is more than capable of carrying 4,000 kilos into geosynchronous transfer orbit. Now this geosynchronous transfer orbit is like a slingshot. It's a very similar technique to how Chandrayaan-2 got to the moon, and it's being used more and more to get out of the Earth's atmosphere rather than going in a direct line, which uses more fuel. You need a stronger rocket. And so the GSLV Mark III is capable of carrying 4,000 kilos. So it more than would have accommodated the GSAT-30. And this might go a little bit to explain the whole box and dice of it. So there needs to be a 5-year program of what's going to be launched, who's going to launch it, what type of rocket needs to be launched, what the payload's going to be. And so during the early part of the 90s, ISRO was a little bit hit and miss as to its failure and success rate. And the GSAT series of satellites is responsible for its telecommunications across India and into Asia Pacific and across Europe. So the Insat satellites were launched in 2005 and 2007, and they have a 12-year lifespan. Now most go beyond that, but they needed replacing, and so there were certain things that stopped GSAT-30 from launching. I have read a few things, but I don't have a grasp of the whole politics behind why it didn't go up. But the GSAT-30 didn't go up. GSAT-31 went up in July of last year, and it's replacing the Insat satellite 4CR. This satellite, GSAT-30, is replacing Insat 4A. So there's a whole series of satellites that need replacing, and so the GSAT series of satellites are replacing the Insat satellites that are already there and coming to the end of their useful life. But in a nutshell, ISRO was contractually obligated to launch GSAT-30 with Arianespace. Now, Arianespace is a French and ESA launch facility down in French Guiana in South America, and they have their own rockets. They have the Ariane 5 and the Ariane 6. but they also use rockets from other countries. So they use the Soyuz. Now the Soyuz has been the Russian mainstay of rockets since the 1960s, and it's the one that launches astronauts to the International Space Station. Now, Arianespace uses the Soyuz for commercial applications, not necessarily manned missions. And it has the Vega series of rockets, and that's from the Italian Space Agency. So they have a variety of rockets that are reliable, that they know that they can launch and there's going to be a minimal chance of failure. So that's why they're going through Arianespace. So in a nutshell, we've got GSAT-30 launching about 18 months after it was originally supposed to. It's going up with Arianespace, who are a French space agency who work hand in hand with ISRO. And we have the GSAT-30 replacing the Insat 4A. So enough of me waffling on. You actually came here for the launch.
À tous de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Multi-weekend. Allumage, EAP et décollage. Début de la manœuvre en roue libre.
There we see her. She's come out from the other side of the clouds, powering her way into space, heading east, out over the Atlantic Ocean. We've broken the sound barrier, Mach 1. We're travelling faster than the speed of sound.
La trajectoire est nominale.
And we can just hear the sound of Ariane now coming to us here at the Jupiter Control Center overhead. Thundering overhead of the
La
Earth.
trajectoire est nominale.
Getting close now to the moment when we release the boosters, and we might even see that with the naked eye. Here we go.
Séparation des EAP.
That's what it looks like from space when we had cameras on a previous launch. And we can see the two boosters moving away. They have used their propellant. They've burnt it all up, and we don't need them anymore. They are the lighter we are, the faster we go. And now we're getting confirmation from the range operations manager that we have separated the fairing. France and India have been working together in space for over 3 decades. Arianespace has orbited 23 satellites and signed 24 launch contracts with the Indian Space Agency. And the first one they launched was India's Apple experiment satellite. We heard about that earlier, and that was on Ariane flight L03. That was in 1981. Hard. You can see it there on the left-hand side, and the upper stage twisting and turning there. These CGI images showing us what has been planned for this trip.
Séparation du satellite GSAT-30.
And we have separation of the GSAT-30 satellite. Great news. Ariane 5 has delivered her second passenger, GSAT-30, over the Indian Ocean.
So that was the launch of the GSAT-30 and its separation. And thank you so much for watching, but stay tuned because I don't know any of the technical information. I'll leave that up to P. Kuni Krishnan, and my apologies if I have done a disservice to his name. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and share this video with people who enjoy things on the Indian space program. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Very good evening to all of you, and very early good morning to Chairman ISRO Dr. K. Shivan and all my ISRO colleagues watching from India. It's an excellent start of 2020 with an excellent launch, and ISRO has opened its mission calendar for the year 2020 with a successful launch of GSAT-30 by Ariane 5, the most reliable launcher. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Arianespace, CNES, and the European Space Agency for this wonderful work. I also take this opportunity to thank the whole ISRO community who have contributed tremendously for this realization of GSAT-30. My hearty congratulations to my own chairman, respected Dr. K. Shivan, and thanks for his continuous encouragement for the realization of this satellite. An advanced communication satellite of 3.5 ton class within a very short time span of about less than 1 year after the launch of GSAT-31 from here last year. So let me take this opportunity to congratulate the whole ISRO team, and particularly the GSAT-30 project team, the project director Mr. Ramanathan and the program director Mr. Gupta, and many other project executives in the URL Satellite Center and many other satellite centers of ISRO. GSAT-30, all of us know that it's an advanced communication satellite with 24 transponders, 12 each for the service through KU band and C band, and with a total mass of 3,357 kilogram. And it has got a service lifespan of about 15 years, expected lifespan of 15 years. And it will provide the continuity for the DTH service and many other space-based services, and many technologically new, innovative subsystems were incorporated in this. And after the deployment of 3 solar panels, the satellite will generate about 7 kilowatts of power, and put together is an excellent satellite that will provide continuity for the Insat 4A. I once again take this opportunity to appreciate the project team and the whole spacecraft community of ISRO, with the URL Satellite Center in the lead role, and the Space Applications Center Ahmedabad, and many other units and centers of ISRO who have actively contributed towards the realization of this satellite in a very short time. So before I conclude, let me take this opportunity to share our happiness to Arianespace. And just 2 minutes back, Chairman ISRO has contacted me, and he would like to convey his special regards and happiness to Arianespace for this wonderful job, very professional job, both the pre-flight as well as the flight. So we are very thankful to the Arianespace, CNES, and ESA. And this is the 24th launch of Indian satellites from Arianespace, way back from 1980s, and the cooperation is continuing well. And also I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our co-passenger from Eutelsat, and I am sure that the satellite connect will definitely connect to all the user community, intended user community, in a seamless way. So, and incidentally, I am able to recall Arianespace started its innings, the launch innings, in 2019 also, with the launch of an Indian satellite, GSAT-31. And this year, 2020 for ISRO is very precious, and a good number of very challenging missions have already been announced by ISRO. And with this very good start, today's launch, I am sure that the year will be fruitful. And before I conclude, what I would like to wish my mission team, already lined up in the master control facility. They have already acquired the satellite, and I am sure that they will immediately complete the post-launch operations and make the satellite in its operational stream. GSAT-30 is going to be joined in the 18 satellite communication satellite stream of India, and and I would like to once again congratulate and once again wish all the best for the whole team, the Arianespace, our co-passenger, and I take this opportunity once again to congratulate the ISRO team for the tremendous job done, and making a satellite in 1 year, such a advanced satellite in 1 year is something commendable job. So wish you all the best for the coming endeavors also. Thank you.